Hi everyone, this is Jodie from jolouis.com, and today I have a card to share with you featuring the no-line colouring technique. So to start with, I'm using the Altenew Spring Daisy stamp set, and I've placed all the stamps I wish to use on some acrylic blocks off to the side there, and I'm going to stamp all of these images using distress ink in antique linen. The reason I'm using antique linen is because it's a light coloured ink, and for my finished design I don't want to be able to see any lines, i.e. no black lines for my stamped image, because the whole idea with no line colouring is that I want it to look as if I drew these images myself, so therefore I don't want the black image. So here I am just stamping all of the images that I wish to use in no particular order because I'm going to cut them out at the end. So here I am just stamping away all of my images. I think I've used 2 different flowers and also the buds, and then I'm stamping each flower 3 or 4 times just so that I have options at the end for when I'm creating the bouquet I wish to use. Now that I've stamped all of my images, I'm going to use my Prismacolor pencils to colour in all of these flowers. So to start with, I'm just going to share with you how I colour my flowers. There I'm showing you the different colours that I used, but I'll have them listed on my blog, the different colours. But basically I'm using 3 shades of purple pink colours, a light, a medium and a dark. And I'm going to use the dark coloured pencil first, and I'm coming in from where the petal meets the center of the flower, and then I'm also going to color the tip of the petal as well using the same dark color pencil. Then I come in with the medium color and I blend that out toward the center, and then I come in finally with the lightest color and I blend the whole thing across the whole petal. The reason I want the lightest color in the middle is because when you see flowers in real life, the light actually hits the petal at about the center of each of the petals for a daisy image. To get this look, I looked onto Google and just looked at different daisy images to see roughly where the light sort of hits. So anyway, I go ahead and I do all of these petals on the same flower in exactly the same way, and I focus as well on where the line is. I sort of come around in with the darker pencil, so I do have a little bit of a line on the edge so that I'm giving each petal a little bit of definition. As you can see, there is a little bit of white space in each of these petals, and I'm not too worried about that because once I've finished colouring the whole flower, I'm going to come back in with the Prismacolor Colourless pencil. That's the PC 1077 pencil. I'm using this colourless pencil to blend out all of the pencil colouring that I've done, and it also just gets rid of some of the white space that you see on the image. For the center of the flowers, you see me here using 3 different colors of brown. They'll also be listed on my blog. And I'm just taking the darkest pencil first, and I'm just drawing little C shapes. I'm not worrying about going too closely to the stamped images because the lines in the center of the stamped image are really, really small. So I'm just taking some artistic license here and just going in with the darkest pencil first, then the medium color, then the lightest color. Now that I've done that, I'm wanting to make my petals look a little bit more realistic, so I'm coming in with some brown shades, the same browns that I'm using for the center of the flower. and I'm just coming in to where I think there would be some shadows in the petals. And there you see me using my colourless pencil to go in and blend out the petals because the brown was looking a little bit funny. So I decided to do each petal with the colourless pencil first, and then I come back in with the brown pencil to do the shading, and then I go back in again with the colourless blender. So now you see me colouring all of the rest of the flowers. So I'm just going to turn on some music and you can sit and watch me colour, and I'll come back when the flowers are finished. For the leaves, I'm coming in with 3 different coloured greens, a light, a medium and a dark. I do this pretty much the same way I did the flowers. So I'm taking the dark colour first and I'm just drawing over the veins in the leaves and bringing the colour up just a little bit before I come in then with my medium colour. And after the medium colour, I come in with the lighter coloured green. Now once I've coloured the leaves with my lightest colour of green, I realise that the leaves look really bright in comparison to my flowers, and that's not how I intended them to look. So then I come in over the top of all of that with a brown coloured pencil. And I really love how these ended up looking. I'm just going to let you see me colour and I'll come back once I finish. Now that I've finished all of my colouring, I'm coming in with my EK6S Cutter B scissors and I'm just roughly cutting around each image first. and then I'm going to come in with my scissors and fussy cut. So for the most part, I try to turn the paper instead of turning my scissors. This actually helps to get a really nice cut, but sometimes you'll see me doing it the other way as well. Now, I didn't film all of the fussy cutting because it will get boring, so here are the finished cutout images ready to use on the card. For my background, I'm going to use the Thank and the You from the Altenew Majestic Blossom die set, and I'm going to cut these words out several times using my Big Shot machine, and I think I ended up cutting them out about 14 times each. Now, the whole idea with this background is that I want the thank you greeting to be clearly visible at the bottom portion of my card. So they're the pieces that I stick on first. You'll see me here. And then from there, I just want to arrange them in a nice pattern around that central thank you. Now, once I've finished gluing them all on, by the way, I'm using Ranger Multi-Matte Medium so that if any of my glue pokes out, it's going to be matte finish and not ruin the background. So once I've finished, I'm just going to trim off all of the excess around my card base. Now this card base is sized at 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. To finish off my card, I'm applying all of the leaves and the flowers using some 3M mounting tape. Now, for some reason I didn't film this last piece, but basically I just arranged it in a way that I liked and adhered them to the card. I started with adhering the flowers first and then tucked the leaves in behind. Here is a look at the finished card. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see all of my future projects. For more details, including a supplies list and more pictures, please head over to my blog, which is listed in the description below this video. Have a great day. Bye.